Just the other day, I was in a coaching session with one of my teen clients, and I was listening her describe an ongoing problem she was having with her mom. It's a common problem for almost all teenage girls and their parents, especially their moms. It's probably something you've experienced as well. It's when your teen says you never listen. In this coaching session, my client was saying to me, all she wants is her mom to listen, but she feels like her mom is just waiting for the next parenting moment, which makes her daughter feel like she's not really listening at all. If this sounds familiar to you, then this video is for you. My name is Erica Rude. I am a life coach for teen girls and young adult women and a parent coach. I have been coaching for over a decade, and one of the most common coaching topics with both my teen and parent clients is communication. It's not uncommon for teens to grow frustrated with their parents and feel like their parents don't listen and their parents don't understand. And parents often wonder how they can demonstrate to their teen that they are listening and they do understand. This disconnect can affect trust and ultimately can damage the relationship between parent and teen. What I work on in my parent coaching sessions is teaching parents strategies and approaches that help their teen feel like they can open up more. They start to feel like mom and dad are people I can trust, people who get it, and that makes teenagers want to share. I work with teens on developing empathy and understanding towards their parents and strategies for how they can talk with their parents about some of the more difficult conversations. So if you feel like communication is becoming fractured as your daughter becomes a teen or moves closer to adulthood, reach out and schedule a free discovery session so we can talk more about the benefits of parent and teen coaching. But in this video, I'm going to share a few bits of information that will help you understand how you listen to your teen and where you might be able to make some shifts so your teen starts to open up more. The first step to improving communication with your teenage daughter is understanding how she feels heard. And the way that you can do this begins with taking some time to reflect on how you feel heard. Consider what it is that your partner, your spouse, your friends, even your colleagues do that send you the message that they're really listening. And then ask yourself, do I do that for my teenage daughter? You may also ask your teen an open-ended question like, how do you know I'm really listening? Her response will give you a lot of insight into what she needs and where you might be able to make some adjustments to show her that you are there to listen. Next, you want to consider if you fall into one of these three most common styles of listening. These tend to be the ways that parents listen to teens, and some are not as effective for encouraging more communication. So as I share each style of listening, consider if this is the one that you fall into the most, and if so, how your teen responds. And then once you've heard all three, think about what might be the best way for you to communicate and demonstrate to your teen that you're listening. The first style of listening is listening to gather information. This kind of listening typically involves a lot of questions, and parents tend to ask their teenagers a lot of questions after their teen has had a long day at school or a long day of school followed by an afternoon of extracurriculars. Typically, this is the time that teens need to decompress. So if you are listening to gather information and finding yourself in question mode with your teen and noticing that your teen is responding with one-word answers or just ignoring you altogether, that's a sign that she might be overwhelmed. One step you can take is to say to your daughter, hey, I need to know a few things about what happened today. When would be a good time for me to talk with you or to ask you some questions? This demonstrates to your teen that you respect her need to take a break and to decompress, and it's going to encourage your teen to turn to you when she is ready to answer your questions. The second common style of listening is listening to problem solve or give advice. This is a little bit about what was getting to my client that I talked about at the beginning of the video. When you are listening to solve your daughter's problems or give her advice, you're really tuning into the problem to be solved rather than to what your teen is saying. And usually, when parents listen this way, they're jumping right in to share a solution or to offer some advice or suggestions. Sometimes your daughter needs that, but most of the time she just wants you to hold space for her to share whatever is challenging her or whatever's coming up in her life. And she doesn't necessarily want a solution. If you notice that your well meaning advice is being met with rejection or it shuts your daughter down, that's a sign that it's probably not the way that she appreciates being heard. You might say something to her like, "Hey, I have an idea for what you can do in this situation. Is it okay if I share it?" By asking a question like that, you're inviting your teen to let you know if she's ready to hear your advice. And if she is, she will be that much more receptive to it. The third style of listening tends to be the one that teenagers appreciate the most. It is when their parents listen to understand. When you're listening to understand your daughter, you're not doing a lot of talking at all. You're actually tuning into what she's saying and you're imagining, what is it like to be her? What does she feel like in her day to day? And what is it like to have the experiences that she's sharing? This kind of listening involves a deep level of empathy. It also means that you're giving her affirmations for what she's saying to you. You might say something like, "Yeah, I really get it," or "That makes sense." When you affirm how your daughter is expressing her feelings, it shows her that you really understand. And this encourages her to open up more. This kind of listening is also about holding space, non judgmental space. So your daughter gets the feeling that I can turn to my mom or dad and I don't need to worry that they're going to freak out or they're going to judge me or my friends or anybody who is in this particular experience that I'm sharing. This kind of listening is profound and it will change everything in your relationship with your daughter. So give it a try. Try to listen to understand your teen. When she's opening up, just take a step back, open your ears, open your heart, give her some nods and pats on the back. And when she is at a pause, you might say, "Hey, I really get it." You may even thank her for opening up and trusting you. As you begin to listen to understand your teen, you will notice that she will open up to you more and more. You'll probably sense that she's a little more relaxed and less guarded, and you'll feel a sense of closeness that you probably haven't felt for a long while with your teenage daughter. But if you would like to have more tools and more support, reach out. Through parent coaching, you'll learn new approaches that are designed to work with teens and keep the lines of communication open, reduce conflict, and help you support your daughter in navigating the ups and downs of being a teenage girl. And through teen life coaching, your daughter will develop self awareness and learn a toolbox of life skills that help her navigate challenges with friends, with school, and gain clarity about who she is, what matters to her, and what she wants for her future. I could go on about the benefits of teen life coaching and parent coaching, but I'd love to talk with you more. So schedule a free discovery call today.